live on my YouTube channel, The Locker Room Billy Schweim. Of course, you go to my website and check it out there. It's streaming there as well. You can check out Carlin. So you went from a Big Ten guy to an SEC guy.
Correct.
And now you're going from a Cleveland Cavalier guy because your son works there, and now you got the Sixers hat on. I love it.
It was a big win last night.
But Carlin,
that was
aren't
a
you the
statement
one?
win.
Aren't you? So you're telling me it's a statement win, but I also know you because you're the guy of the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, didn't you say a couple weeks ago that this time of year they're not?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not put. There's not too
We're
much
still.
pressure.
It's early March.
But yet it's a statement game.
Yeah, well, because it's national television.
Okay.
You're playing against a team that everybody says is going to be in the finals, either them or Boston. So you want to be in that statement too, that you have a chance. National television, like I said, playing on the road, back-to-back games, all that kind of stuff all week. To go in there and win that game, that was a big win.
Because after three quarters, the Bucks were up 99-85. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm a little frustrated. Even though Harden, he was one rebound away from a triple-double last night. And even though he had a good game, I still don't feel 100% like he misses big shots at big times.
That's exactly right.
And yeah, he's got his numbers, and they did win. But I'm not satisfied with that win last night.
And there's a huge
and I should be, because you just said it's a statement game.
It's a statement game.
But something inside of me just there's trepidation in the back of my head, I guess.
You just don't think he's going to beat the big shot at the right moment.
I mean, look,
he hasn't proved it yet.
How about in the beginning of the game last night? PJ Tucker was 0 for 3 from three-point land. He had 2 wide open threes that if he hit them at that time would have been a pretty significant shot. I know it was early, but he missed them. And I think one was an air ball.
It was an air ball. But listen, the one thing to think about, something happened last night that has not happened since 1979. Ready?
For the Sixers?
For the Sixers.
Okay.
Harden and Embiid, 30 points, 10 assists as a pair. Hasn't happened.
Well, Embiid had 31 and James Harden had 38.
Yeah, but I'm saying you needed a pair to have at least 30 points and 10 rebounds.
19 points in the fourth quarter for
Correct.
James Harden. So he came through in the clutch.
He hasn't done that since 2020. They said in Houston.
No, because he's back. He's back. I mean, he's missed even last year in the playoffs or coming down the stretch. I mean, he would miss big shots.
There's a huge difference, and we've talked about this. There's a huge difference between winning any games during the season and a 7-game.
Right.
Okay. Right. 7-game series. If you think Harden, I think Embiid can play the way he played last night.
Right.
I think he can play for all 7 games like that. Okay. But the problem is going to be the teams are going to be let him score his 40 points and stop everybody. You had 2 starters, Harris and Tucker, that had 2 and 3 points.
Hey, you believe that? What is wrong with
You're
Tobias
not going to go far with that.
What's wrong with Tobias Harris?
He is what he is. He's
making max contract.
He's a max. Yeah, he's max.
3 points in a max contract.
He's a max.
You know that max contract was a mistake, though. You know it.
Okay, he's a max guy that's just a good player.
And they both left the game for a little. They were both injured a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Tobias only played 13.
Yeah, I mean,
PJ Tucker and Tobias were out due to injury in the middle of that game. They started it, but then they were without 2 starters, and then were able to still pull off the comeback victory.
So you say it's a statement game, and I'm very happy with the win, but for some reason I'm not as satisfied.
Nothing's going to change. Right now you have Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, Cleveland. Top 4. Okay. In my mind, you only have 2 teams going to the finals. There could be upsets. Okay. Who I wouldn't want to be, but whether
you sound like me. I kept talking about the Flyers.
Whether the Sixers stay in the 3rd or the 4th,
it
doesn't matter. Okay, it really doesn't matter.
All right.
Okay, it used to matter. If you were 3, you were like, you don't want to drop to 4 because then you got to play the number 1 seed. To me, Boston and Milwaukee are 1 and 1A. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter. So you're not really fighting against anybody. No, the Nets aren't going to catch you. The 5th team and all of them are going to drop. Right now, you just want to start. You're going to start the team start resting people, and then start getting ready for the middle of April, moving into the hot.
Are you worried about the Heat?
No.
Well,
no, worry about the Heat.
Well.
No.
Jimmy Butler kills us.
Well,
he does.
He kills us.
But they have a lot less depth than they did last year. And I feel like PJ Tucker was an underrated piece of that team as far as their defense goes.
So I have the top 4 in the East.
Okay.
In my notes. Andrew, what do I say here? Watch out for
You say watch out for Miami and Toronto.
See, I
What
think,
did I just say?
I think Miami's going to be there at the end, and they just have the Butler on the court, man.
He's a nemesis.
So would I be
every time he plays the Sixers, he wants to drive the dagger in and say, "I told you so." You should never got rid of me.
You play them in the first round. Would I be surprised if it goes 7? You may win, but they're going to stretch you to 7 games. Now you're tired for the next round.
Right.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want that.
All right, we got a great show lined up today. We're going to continue giving away. I got 3 more sets of tickets, 4 packs of tickets, 2 for Tuesday's Boardwalk Hall MAAC tournament. We have 4-pack for Tuesday, 2 of those.
Fun time.
And 1 4-pack for Wednesday still left. So you're going to text us at 609-403-0973, 609-403-0973 to be eligible to win. Just let's have you contribute in some way to the show. Oh, it could be anything. Sixers, Flyers, Phillies, or Eagles. Anything you want to contribute to the show. 609-403-0973 to be eligible. I have 3 sets of tickets, 4 packs. 2 for Tuesday's basketball
tournament starts,
and then Wednesday.
Yeah. And what's great about it is that this is not just one game. These tickets, these are VIP tickets. It gets you in for the whole day.
Right.
So I mean, you can go, come back, kind of thing. If you only want to come at nighttime, you come at nighttime. It's
609-403-0973. Yesterday I went off on the Flyers, and I reached out to Charlie O'Connor because I can't get it out. Carlin, I cannot get it out of my mind how humiliated I felt with all the Rangers fans in Wells Fargo. And I made a big deal about it yesterday, but I got in touch with Charlie O'Connor from The Athletic, because when you see the Tortorella interviews or press conferences, I know Charlie's voice, and he asks some great questions. So I want to get Charlie. We'll talk to Charlie at 11:30 today and get a little Flyers talk in there. Little Eagles combine, and we talked a little bit about some of the positions that they need to fill, because they're not going to be able to sign everybody. And even we played a lot of clips from Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman on yesterday's program, and he basically came out and said we're not going to be able to bring everybody back, and we all know that.
But I think there's going to be surprises that we're going to bring back that we didn't think we would.
Right. I think Howie will work his magic.
Yeah, I really do too.
He's a capologist.
He's done it.
Billy, real quick, we have a comment about the Sixers too, to the point that Mike made, from Jeff Philinuk, and I'm sorry if I butchered that last name, but it was 30 points and 10 assists, first time in an NBA game since 1979, only the 6th time in NBA history it has ever happened.
Wow.
Yeah, huge.
Wow.
It's a nice little stat.
So, I mean, so why don't I feel a sense of relief, or a sense of, like you just said, that's a statement win? I just don't feel it.
Because you want to know why?
Yeah, why do I feel
Because tomorrow they play Indiana, and Harden could have 8 points. Okay, where he should have another 30.
And he could go 3 for 9 from
that's
three,
the problem.
And let you down.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if he can be a little bit more consistent. 609-403-0973 is the text board. You want to chime in, make a contribution to the show, you can win a 4-pair of tickets, or 4-pack of tickets. 4-pack. We have 2 for Tuesday's event, and then 1 left for Wednesday. 609-403-0973. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you, with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Now, folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg. Just 8 minutes over the Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's a straight shot. Go see Dave Lavari. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials. They're open every day at 11 a.m. Dave's celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night, $1 wing, $2.50 domestic drafts, live music every Friday night. Hey, you want to book a private party there? Call Dave at 609-628-2225. That's 609-628-2225. When you get in there, say hello to Dave for me. Tell him the locker room sent you. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio. Bounces it off the glass, flushed by Davis.
Both the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors are fighting for a spot in the postseason, and they go head-to-head in L.A. this weekend.
Outside Thompson for three. It's good.
Are you kidding?
The Golden State Warriors at the Los Angeles Lakers. Coverage begins today at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Boats for cats. Oh, flotation devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and with nationwide 5G. Plus, get a Samsung A13 5G for only $99.99, down from $149. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, your search ends here. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, my basketball guru. Danny Ryan pushing the buttons today as the producer. Of course, the intern Andrew Leeds in here. By the way, Mike, our new website. Andrew did a great job with it.
Beautiful.
It's got everything there. It's got all our. We have a photo gallery. We have all the articles that I've written, and also Andrew has contributed. We have our show, the YouTube channel. You can all go to the website and watch the YouTube channel there. Articles, interviews. We're even selling shirts and mugs. We got it all going on, man.
We are first class, aren't we?
Yeah. So check out the website at the Locker Room Billy Schwein. The Locker Room Billy, no with. It's for some reason it's coming. You don't put the with. The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Okay.
But when you Google it, like with 7 things show up, and it's like the 6th or 7th one. But you can also go to the ESPN website, click on my show, and then it says see more. You click the see more button. And it says Billy's website. Click that and it goes right to it. Good. So great job, Andrew Leeds.
Very good.
And of course, want to welcome our new sponsor, Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. It's a landmark.
It is a landmark.
Carlin, that place, it's like a rite of passage. You going into Ocean City, you're stopping at Circle Liquors.
Yeah. It goes down with all the restaurants and bars in Summers Point. But everybody, even people that aren't from around here, they'll say, what's that liquor store right at the bottom of the bridge? I'll say, it's Circle. They said, man, they must make a lot of money.
And I told Chet,
you have no idea.
I'm dealing with Chet down there. I guess he's the general manager. I said, I've been coming here since I was 18. The drinking age was 18.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, they've been in business for 83 years at Circle.
You know when I was 18? In 11th grade.
Would you fail?
I get cut back in first grade.
Guess what, Carlin? Brilliant minds think alike. Bobby and I got left back in third grade.
But it was great. And I drove because you could drive in PA at 16.
Yeah, I could.
So here I'm driving down. Like everybody wanted to be my friend. We're going down the shore. We go to Circle Liquor and then over the bridge, Jersey. 18.
By the way,
Juniors.
so Bobby and I, we were in third grade. They put us together, twins together in the same class.
That's hard.
Well, we're like picking our nose and shooting spitballs at each other. The teacher got so frustrated. Obviously, they decided to hold us back because we weren't concentrating enough. And that was the last time we were ever in the same class together.
Because nowadays they try to break you up.
Yeah.
When you're like, So my story was I came home from the first grade the last day, and my mom sits me down and says, Michael, I just got a call from your teacher, and she's really upset that you're moving on because you were such a big help this year, and supposedly the kids coming back next year are really bad, and she was hoping maybe you'd come back and help her. I was like, sure, I'll go back and help her. So I literally went back and did first grade thinking I was a big deal. And I wasn't
pretty clever, your mom.
Yeah, I wasn't told the truth for about 4 or 5 years. And all of a sudden, Michael, you didn't go on to second grade because you weren't ready to go on to second grade.
609-403-0973. Send us a text, contribute to the show, and be eligible to win a 4-pack of tickets. We have 2 for Tuesday and 1 for Wednesday's event. 609-403-0973. Danny got some text messages.
Jeff from Ocean City has inserted himself into the running, saying, hockey used to be my favorite sport, and I was a Flyers season ticket holder for many years. Now, I no longer care about the Flyers and wish they would just move to another city. Once again, Jeff from Ocean City.
How frustrated is that fan? How frustrated is Jeff?
Guess what?
I mean, he's not the only one. Their attendance is down 1,700 from 1920, I think. 2019, 2020, their attendance has dropped by 1,700.
That's a lot,
right?
And it's got to be a part of who the ownership is. It's not a true owner. It's not one guy.
A once proud organization.
You're talking about a multi-billion company, Comcast, that
Well, we established they still made record profits last year.
That's what I mean. As long as they keep making profits,
that's right.
Nothing's going to change.
Care about winning?
No.
That's a good text, and he's not the only one. There's a lot of people feeling his frustration. I am a big hockey guy, but I got to be honest with you, I can't watch through a whole game of the Flyers. Are that bad?
Did you hear what the Flyers held yesterday up in Philadelphia for season ticket
holders?
I
wish I heard. Did you?
I heard a little bit when I was driving up to Philly yesterday.
Did you know anybody?
Coatsy was the MC, and at one point, the people in the stands started going crazy. And he was like, come on, guys, we're not here for this. Let's show a little class here.
Wow, really?
They were getting on them. Yes.
Yeah, so at that meeting yesterday, at one point, Coatsy implored the fans to not ruin the event for everybody, to which a fan yelled back from the crowd, don't ruin the Flyers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it got a little ugly.
See, we played a clip from Tortorella yesterday. Do you still have that available? The one where he says, talk about the minutia? If you can find that
I can pull it up for you.
I think that clip right there says it all. And we'll talk to Charlie O'Connor about this. But listen, I want to get Mike Carlin's reaction. Can you tell me when you're ready to play that? Because Mike, wait till you hear this.
Mm-hmm. Which one was it again?
It was the one where Tortorella is the minutia of getting hired in Philadelphia. He wasn't aware of it.
Here we go. I got you.
What's that tell you, Carlin? Whew. I mean, break that down.
The key words that I heard, outside of hockey.
Outside of hockey.
So that's a coach coming into an organization.
Organization Canadian.
Yeah. Thinking everything is the way it should be,
right?
And I'm here to coach this team.
And then he gets in there, sees
and he's
something.
worrying about stuff outside of hockey.
So
that's not his worry.
That's code word where there's so much
and
BS,
and we have to clean it up
outside of the actual game itself.
Yeah.
Like trying to be like an organization that is socially, on the right side of everything. Instead of just concentrating on winning hockey games, they're worried about how they're perceived.
He's a coach that wants to coach,
right?
Okay, I shouldn't have to worry about the medical. Shouldn't have to worry about travel. Shouldn't have to worry about all that BS stuff. I'm here to coach, but everything he's talking about was outside of hockey.
You got another text message there,
Yeah,
Danny?
we're going to switch to the Sixers real quick, and I do want to say, if you're going to text in, make sure you provide where you're from, but we have one from Mark. The Sixers have struggled in the playoffs the past few years. Would anything but a trip to the finals be viewed as a failure?
Wow. I would have to say so, Mike Carlin. They haven't. Joel Embiid has never gotten out of the second round.
But is it failure? Failure is a hard
failure.
I'm not one
Danny?
to casually throw the word failure around when it comes to Philly sports teams, but at the same time, the arrows are going to start pointing to Joel Embiid if they don't get out of the second round again. Trae Young has made it out of the second round. I mean, he almost made it to the finals, taking down the Sixers. So
I was going to say they beat the Sixers.
I think the key is, though, I mean, you saw last night, James Harden took 26 shots. You can argue that he outplayed Giannis. He needs to shoot the ball more. If he can shoot the ball that many times, even if he's inefficient, you need that type of James Harden night in and night out.
Sixers are a Final Four team. That's how I look at it.
Final Four.
In the East, it's Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and Cleveland. That's it. If they get bounced in the first round or the second round, they go 7. And
you guys think that
if
they get bounced out of the second round, that people are going to be happy around here?
No one's going to be happy.
They're going to be disappointed. So I think it'd be a failure. No,
I would agree.
Yes.
And that's why I said I'm one that's not going to throw it around just very lightly, but at the same time, it's been a long time. It's been a very long time. They've had the talent too. They've had more than enough.
If I don't use the word failure, what I will tell you,
what other adjective would you use to describe that?
There's going to be a huge shakeup. I mean,
you
Harden won't be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Harris will be gone.
By the way, that's another.
They'll get whoever they can.
Let me ask you this, basketball guy. Do you think that Harden rumors going back to Houston's a distraction? This big distraction to this team?
No.
You don't think no?
No.
Notice how those rumors come out after every good game for the Sixers, though. And then there was a rumor after the.
But this rumor's been this rumor's been floating around for like a week or two.
But then after the Grizzlies game too, there was rumors that Joel Embiid might want to trade out of Philadelphia if they can't get out of the second round. So
that now he just said a nice little snippet. If we get bounced this year quick,
right?
You're going to hear the rumblings from Joel saying, "Hey guys,
it's not yet.
What is he? 29 or 30?
20. I think we said 28 yesterday.
Yeah, 28.
All right, so 20. So what does he really have?
I think he's got 6 good productive seasons
you're
left.
Nuts. You're
you don't think he's got that many?
No.
He's only 28.
Not if
that takes him to 34.
Not where he's playing. Not his body. The type of game he plays. He's got a window right now in my eyes to win it all,
right?
2, 3, at the most 3 years.
At the most 3 years?
Most 3 years.
Danny, what do you think about that?
6 is definitely generous. 3, I feel like is on the lower side.
He's
but
only 28.
At the same time, though, I mean, he's 28. But
he's 7'2".
He's an old 28.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's always on.
He's an old
I told you what my daughter calls him, the human mop.
Yeah.
You talked about it yesterday. He's always on the floor. He's been playing on a hurt foot majority of the season.
Yeah.
At some point, I think like around age 32, 33 max is when he's going to start to break down.
You hear what I said? My daughter was like, she was all dressed up to go to school, and she jumped on it. She like went on the floor, and I said, what are you doing? Trying to clean the floor up with your? What are you pretending to be Joel Embiid?" And she says, She said, "Daddy, I'm not the human mop." Guy's on the floor.
He's a big guy that's going to break down. But in my eyes, 2 to 3 years, if you want to win with him. And if not, he's going to be. But I also think he's a guy like Lillard out in Toronto. There's certain guys that this is where he started. This is where he wants to end.
Right.
So it's going to be hard. But he's going to start. His mouth is going to start going off like, guys, if I'm here, I want to win. If we're not going to win, get me out of here.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We got 3 tickets, 4 packs of tickets left to give away. 609-403-0973. Send us a text, contribute to the show, be eligible to win. Make sure you leave your name and where you're from, and then Danny will read it off, and we'll get you eligible to win the tickets. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shore to Center City and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. A new wind is blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving and technology features, their Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800 to schedule your test drive today. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi. Michael's a big Philly sports fan, and I'll put you in a beautiful Maserati. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Back to Joel Embiid along the right side against Adebayo. Shoots it from 12 minutes in. Tough shot with Adebayo right there.
It's Sixers Pacers tomorrow. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit? Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network. Go on. Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge. And Susie, we'll have fast internet in the basement.
Nice.
If you have any questions, here's my card.
This is just your name on a gum wrapper.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through March 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years. Plus, there's no annual contract required and you get Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Studio right here in Woodfield. With Carlin. The intern Andrew Lee's in the house, in the locker room. He's sitting by the water cooler. And, of course, Danny's here. Danny Ryan's with us today, pushing the buttons. Of course, check out the website, the new website, the locker room website is up and running. Andrew Leeds did a great job with it. You can advertise with us there as well. Give us a call. All the information's there on the website, and we'll get your logo up and running on our website. And we'll send Andrew around. He'll take care of that. You did a great job with that, Andrew. And Carlin, you just read off a stat that I want our listeners to hear
about the bench.
Yeah, about the bench, because there's a couple things that we always talk about. Number one, in any sport, we talk about turnovers. You can't turn the ball over in football. You do, generally you lose. You turn the puck over in hockey, in the neutral zone or in the attack zone, you're in trouble. You turn the ball over in basketball, you're in trouble. Now, the bench.
The bench last night
and the
turnovers were down, but the biggest thing is we're always saying about the bench. You know, when Joe comes off the court or Harris or Mac, whoever, you've got to have guys that can come in and play on the 4 or 5 minutes. Just get their 5 minutes, play as hard as they can, but you got to get production out of them. Last night we finally got production. Okay, our bench scored 33 points. Their bench scored 23.
And
trust me,
we had 5 turnovers.
Their bench guys, if you just look at names,
right,
they're better than our bench guys. Okay, so last night was a bad night for them, but Yang had 16 points, so he went off. You have to have that one guy doing that night in and night out.
Now, Chris Middleton for the Bucks, he's like a dagger. I thought he had, like, if I didn't look at the box score and know him, you would think that he had scored like maybe 15, 16 points. He only had 7 points.
Yeah,
last
and he's
night.
been a starter almost his whole life.
Yeah.
So you saw what Milwaukee's doing.
Right.
Same thing as what Sixers did. Remember when we had Maxey coming off? They got him. They need that firepower coming off.
Holiday had 26 points. We had,
we had him.
We had him. You know what? Like Jimmy Butler, he plays against us. He just steps his game up one. He brings it up another level. I think because as a competitor, he wants to show the Sixers how wrong they were.
Yeah.
And that drive that's what you want in your athlete. Does James Harden does he appear to have that drive?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, there's rumors going around.
Harris doesn't have that drive.
No.
I think Maxey does. I think Maxey is just a young, great player that's going to get better every year. But Harden and Harris, to me, are just.
By the way, the Sixers average 31.3 bench points per game. That's 23rd in the league. That's not great.
No, there's only 32. 30.
30,
right?
There's
only 7 better than him.
Mike mentioned Maxey too, and I want to just applaud him for the game he had last night. 8 for 12 from the field, 2 for 5 from beyond, with 26 points in his first game as a starter in quite some time. Led the team in minutes with 41. He showed up last night when we needed him to.
Yeah. All right, so a lot of rumor going on and speculation of Harden going to Houston. We have that cut. Let's play that where he said this could be just a leverage thing. Leverage for what? Who wants to go to Houston?
No, for his contract. He
know.
he wants to stay here. That's his agent saying, "Hey, we're seriously thinking about going to Houston." You know what?
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
See you later. That's how I be.
Bye.
Unless he shows
go to
like
Houston
last
and
night.
play for a 13-win team.
Yeah, I mean, if he plays like last night the rest of the season and we go far, maybe to the finals or the Eastern Finals at least, then we may have second thoughts. But as of right now, you want to go to Houston? Go to Houston.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away tickets to this week's MAAC tournament at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Hey, Carlin, last year was a great story. You had St. Peter's.
When
we were watching them. Remember we broadcasted live from the event, and we were right there. We were down low. We were right there to see St. Peter's.
You could feel the momentum.
You could feel the momentum with each win, but did you think they'd make that team? I think it was cool because we were there, watched them, and they made it to the Elite Eight in the big dance.
Very first game, they went down to Kentucky.
Right.
I mean, the Blue Hens, jeez.
Who's going to be this year's Cinderella? 609-403-0973 to be eligible to win the tickets. We have 2 4-packs left for Tuesday and 1 4-pack for Wednesday. 609-403-0973. 0973. Contribute to the show in some way, talking about whatever you'd like. Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, to be eligible to win.
We have no new text, but we do have some comments on the StreamYard comment section. So Jeff is chiming in again, Jeff Phillinuck. And again, I apologize if I butchered that. Doc Rivers is done if they don't get out of the second round. Hire Jay Wright with 3 exclamation points. And then we have another one. This one's from Mike. It's from Coach James. And let me know if you can decipher this. Retired, now living in Cape May, but taught at Norristown for 35 years and graduated from Springford. Want to congratulate PW on their win over SF in last night's district final.
And you were there,
I
Carlin.
was there first row. It was
so. Carlin
it was
sends
good.
me a picture last night. I just thought you were at the game. You look like you were right there. You look like Dick Vitale. You had a button-down collar on. You
man,
look good sitting
I
courtside.
If you're gonna sit in media row, first row, you gotta look good. So I played the part last night. It was fun.
Carlin, this is a special time of year. I mean, that's
I love it.
our favorite spot. Last night, yesterday,
Watch Sixers.
game Sixers and everything. It's the atmosphere during the Eagles was phenomenal.
Mhm.
That build up and then get into the playoffs.
Start with the Phillies,
right? It
Phillies,
started
then
with
right
the
into the
Phillies.
Eagles.
What's to say Sixers can't do that? I mean,
They can.
They can
They-
do
they-
it.
they
I mean,
can do it.
That's the beauty of sports,
Yeah.
right? When
They can get
like,
hot.
I'm negative on these guys. I want them to win deep down. I mean, I want them to win. It's so much fun. But I just something like last night, even though it was you said, and I agree with you, statement win. I just don't have that. You know what I'm saying, Danny? I don't have that feeling.
Well, I mean, that third quarter was brutal, too. It looked
like they were down 99-85.
They were down by 18 points at one time.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was just brutal to watch. And honestly, I lost a lot of hope. I texted you in the moment, too. I'm like, they can't seem to beat a top team. But that comeback, it definitely gives me a lot of courage because it shows that this team can come back from a deficit like that, especially against a top team, which they'll be facing in the playoffs. So that's kind of where I'm at right
Well,
now.
what I liked about the fact that they did it in Milwaukee, albeit the Bucks were on a 16-game winning streak, they're bound to lose.
Yeah, but
By the
not at
way,
home on
not at
national
home?
television on Saturday night. Nope.
First loss for
Yeah,
the
but-
Bucks since January 21st.
20. But Carlin, you said this before. You said, it's still early. It's like, you remember?
Yeah, but there's certain
They
games
had
they
the
get
same
up.
sentiment again with the Phillies last year when I kept freaking out. It was like July 1st, and you're like, settle down, relax. June 1st.
Long
season. Right?
season.
It's a long season. I kept saying it's getting late early or getting early late or whatever I said. And now you pretty much have the same posture
Same
with the
thing.
Sixers.
Yeah, we're in March. Let's start really getting excited when we're in April.
What do you got there, Andrew?
Yeah, so Carlin mentions that the Bucks aren't ones to lose at home on prime time. The Bucks haven't lost in Milwaukee since January 6th.
January 6th.
It's impressive, man. They know how to play at home.
That's 2 months.
Yeah. No.
Gosh.
You got 4 teams.
By the way, did
Go ahead.
you, so I watched the was it TNT last night or no? It was on ESPN.
ABC.
ABC. Is it Beth? Who's the female announcer?
Doris Burke.
Doris Burke.
Doris.
You like Doris?
She's okay.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's good. She knows her stuff. That's for sure.
No, she's definitely she knows
Yeah.
it.
And she know and she doesn't speak. I mean, she does speak her mind. She doesn't hold back. Like some guys just hold back,
Right, right.
Because they want to be able to interview these guys after the game, or next week and stuff like that. And you say something bad against one guy, you're done.
Yeah. A lot of times the organizations circle the wagons. If you like say something or expose somebody or ask a tough question, you might get blackballed.
Oh yeah. I mean, your agent will come to you and say, hey,
Don't
no,
talk to him.
when they ask for so and so, when they ask for Billy Shrine wants to interview, you don't want to go on his show, kind of thing. That happens. That's
Yeah.
real life. So they ask questions that are almost very easy questions to answer.
That's why I'm so excited to have Charlie O'Connor from the Athletic on because I've heard him ask Tortorella some really tough questions, and I think it's a credit to that you're when you ask tough questions, you want a response.
You want an answer.
You want an answer to a tough question. I don't think that.
And if they don't answer, you follow up with a question that they definitely will answer.
Right.
Let me break it down this way.
609-403-0973 is the text board number. We have 2 4-packs for Tuesday's action at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, and we have 1 4-pack left for Wednesday. 609-403-0973. Text in with your chime in to participate to the show, and you'll be eligible. Go ahead, Andrew. What's up?
Yeah, just real quick. I know it's a bit off topic, but some breaking news just came in that the Giants are intending on placing the franchise tag on Daniel Jones if a long-term deal isn't reached by Tuesday.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's
the Giants want to give him $35 million, right?
Yeah,
it's important though
he
because
wants 45, right?
It's important though because I believe this means they can't tag Saquon.
Well, that was the deal. If they could have reached an agreement with Daniel Jones, they were going to tag Saquon Barkley so they didn't have to give him top running back money.
So
Now this puts a bump in the road.
Yeah, because now
Second hour we'll get to some Eagles talk, especially looking at some of the draft picks. I did watch a little bit of the
combine.
The combine to see those big guys, the defensive backs and the tackles. I think went the other day, and to see some of these big guys run a 40, it's unbelievable. getting down the field. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Chime into the show, and we'll be eligible to win the tickets. 609-403-0973. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Or were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events that seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. Of course, we're thinking about Ken Dunnick as he recovers from quadruple bypass, but I heard he's doing well. And we just thinking about him all the time. Get well soon, Ken. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? Well, go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
The all-new Nissan Ariya is a fully loaded EV. It's brimming with style and power,
Up to 389 horses of it.
innovation, and intelligence.
E-Force all-wheel drive.
It'll pin you to your seat.
Your very plush seat.
The all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force expected availability early 2023. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. E-Force and 389 horsepower available on Platinum Plus. Nissan calculation using 1-foot rollout testing with long-range battery and E-Force only in Port Mode with E-Step off. These results are for comparison only and should not be attempted on public roads. Drive responsibly. See nissanusa.com for details.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails. And we're on our way to restoring even more because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
Now, Locker Room with Billy Schwab on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield, Billy Schwab. Mike Carlin, my basketball guru. Look good at the north there. They look like they belong there, Mike.
Because he did. Because he did.
He does.
Told them who I work for.
Hour two, we're going to talk. By the way, so yesterday I went off with the Flyers. It's still a tough pill for me to swallow because being a big Flyers fan and watching from like 1973 all the way up till now, just to see this once proud organization in such disarray, it's just shameful. And we're going to talk with Charlie O'Connor from The Athletic, and I want to get his take on everything, find out, because he's at every practice, he's at every press conference, and he's been picking Tortorella's brain. Let's just see what Charlie's spin is on the Flyers and where they stand as far as an organization goes. So that'll be at 11:30. And of course, on the other side, Carlin, I want to talk a little baseball with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've been watching a lot of the preseason, but the rule changes. I want to get your opinion and your opinion on. But I the one thing I noticed, like when I just casually looked at the first game, I didn't realize you can't tell the bases are any bigger.
No,
were they 4 inches
it's like
in
inches.
diameter?
Yeah, it's inches.
Right, it's 4 inches.
They went from 15 inches to 18 inches, so three.
So that statement, the base looks like a pizza box. I think that's a little overblown.
Yeah,
because I mean, from the layman's eye, you can't tell, you can't distinguish.
The biggest thing for me is the time, the pitch time. And
I actually like the pitch
getting
clock.
into the batter's box. Who was the guy that played for Boston Red Sox? That every pitch he'd spend about 2 minutes fixing stuff on his wrist.
Garcia Parro?
I think that's who it was.
Garcia Parro? He started.
He was unbelievable.
I like the pitch clock. I'm not fond of the. I think if people want to shift, like say if you have
I hate that rule.
I hate that rule. If you want to put 9 guys on one side of the field, you should be able to.
Why have
figure out a way to beat
Why
it?
do you have a manager if he can't
Right.
manage?
The DH. Are you a fan of the DH? I mean, it helped the Phillies last year.
Oh yeah, I like
but
it.
I'm going to have to say that I'm still. I want to see the pitcher's hit.
Yeah. No, see, I'm
Only
I'm
because it takes all the strategy away. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of the DH.
I mean, I like to see the hits, but
I like the DH.
Look, without the DH, the Phillies would have never been on that run.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, from the aspect just of making your roster better, that's why I like it. But as far as the
for the managerial aspect of it,
yeah, I mean,
making decisions,
it's tough. It removes them from the game a little bit too, and then banning of the shift. I honestly support that because you can still play them as far in the dirt as you want, and you can play them to the right side. You just can't go in the grass. And I feel like the way the shift was before, it was like having a fourth outfielder out there.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of that.
I'm not in favor. I like I said, I like the pitch clock, but how about? I mean, one thing that I really am against is the pitchers can only go to first base once or twice. What's that all about?
Yeah, I mean
that's you're changing the whole rules of the game.
Too many at one time. Too.
Yeah.
Do it once a year.
Pitch clock would have been
change
fine.
something this year, change something next year. But the big out of all those things, like you said, Billy, the biggest thing to me is the switch.
So we'll talk a little Phillies baseball. I do have the lineup for today. Turner leads off. Schwarber is the DH. Hoskins in the third position. Castellanos, Marsh, Harrison, Cody Clemens.
Mm-hmm.
That's Roger Clemens' son.
I'm gonna have him in the ballpark,
right?
Hopefully.
And then of course Hicks and then Guthrie. Wheeler's on the hill today. And then the big news over the weekend is that Painter,
the young guy,
he's got tenderness in his elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, what is it like?
At 19, that's not a good thing.
When you're throwing the ball
I know
high
they're saying
90s,
it's no big deal, but
well, they're saying it's no big deal. Matter of fact, in the Inquirer today, it does say that there's no word on it, and he actually feels better today.
Good.
Maybe he felt something.
he got a scare. Maybe he just got a scare.
I'm looking forward to having Tommy Green back on the program. On the Mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by Aaron Beatty's Golf and Performance Club. We're going to be doing the pregame show with
Great
Tommy
insight.
every Sunday.
Guy's great
And
insight.
Tommy's a great guy, isn't he?
Yeah. No.
Carlin, he can play. He can hit the golf ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't golf with us?
No,
that day?
I didn't golf.
He takes his guy. He has his rangefinder. He's got a
He's
a
into it.
cigar. He's like focused. I don't think I even saw him smile. He was like, that's how he golfs serious. When he golfs, he's out there serious.
How about you? Are you serious? Or are you having fun?
Man, I stink.
That's all right. If you don't, it's one. That's definitely a sport.
I talked to
You
Aaron
don't get
Beatty,
out
he's
once a week. You're not going to be any good.
No, like Tommy Jackson's out there all the time. He can hit the ball.
Billy, real quick too, to give you the exact rule for the pickoff, maximum attempts. It says that a pitcher will be able to step off the mound for a pickoff or any other reason, a maximum of twice per plate appearance. The limit resets if a runner advances via steal, wild pitch, or passed ball. But a pitcher can attempt a third pickoff. If that pickoff doesn't result in an out of the runner on base, it's an automatic balk.
See, I mean, I don't like it.
I feel like it's too complicated.
It's too complicated.
That's what I was going to say. Either pitch or don't pitch.
Right?
Can I do this? Can I not do that kind of thing? How many times did I already do it? Oh, I can't do it again. Now the guy knows he can steal.
It's already
I
a
mean,
crazy mental sport. You add that aspect into it. Now it's going to drive pitchers crazy.
The very first week of the spring training games, I think it was Boston and Atlanta. It was bases loaded. The Boston Red Sox had the bases loaded, and the guy got called out because the pitch clock had expired. The game was over. Could you imagine if that determines the outcome of a game?
There would be riots.
That's ridiculous.
Do you know did you see the stats that came out from Vegas?
No. Oh, the Phillies are the third one in the NL East.
In the East.
In the East.
They have two teams ahead of them just in
stinking
their own division.
Well, you look at the Braves. They got a killer lineup.
everybody.
And the Braves got a really good lineup.
And the Mets got.
And the Mets are the Mets.
It's gonna be hard.
They'll falter at the end.
I get those rankings to an extent, but you're acting like they weren't the National League champions and got better with one of the, if not the league's top shortstop. I mean, come on.
Not only they also got the Juan Walker, Matt Stram. Kimball's old. He's up there, but guess what? He might be able to contribute.
They're saying he's having a good spring, so
going to be the same playoffs as last year, Billy.
You think
exact same teams?
How about Gregory Soto, by the way, a late offseason pickup, lefty who, by the way, I believe it was Jose Alvarado and Gregory Soto.
He was 2-11 last year.
Yeah, but he's a reliever. Soto. I mean, Soto and Alvarado are the only two left-handed relievers that can touch the type of speed on the fastball that they do. I mean, they recorded, I believe it was 98% of 100-mile-per-hour pitches from a left-handed pitcher last year. It was crazy.
All right, hour number 1 in the books. You believe that, Carlin? Time flies when you're having fun. Hour 2, we're going to talk a little Phillies baseball. We'll talk about the draft and the NFL Combine. And then at the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk with Charlie O'Connor from The Athletic. And we're going to talk to Charlie about, he covers the Flyers for The Athletic. We're going to talk about the state of the Flyers with Charlie. He's on top of the situation as he's there every day at practice and on all the post-game press conferences.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah. All that and more. It's a sunny day. It's a sunny Sunday. We're in the locker room here with Billy Swine, Mike Carlin, Andrew Lee, Danny Ryan, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN.
Here's what you missed on Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
You're talking about watching a guy adjust his batting glove and scratch himself. That's literally all you are losing. If it's 20 minutes a game times 162, that's 54 hours, 2.5 days of your life. They are giving you back that you could spend doing nothing or you could spend doing something else.
Greeny, weekday mornings at 10 a.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
You might get wireless data everywhere, but do you have to use it all the time? If that's not really you, there's TracFone. You can get the same nationwide 5G coverage as big carriers, but you pick a plan that you need for a lot less. Unlimited talk and text plans start at $15 a month, no contract. And now you can get the Samsung Galaxy A03s for just $49.99. TracFone. Now you're in control. While supplies last, 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Did you know Nissan EVs have traveled 8 billion miles? just a quick trip to Pluto and back. And what did we learn along the way? Well, that an EV can take on the world, like the Nissan Leaf. It can move racing forward and take your breath away, like the all-new Nissan Ariya. We learned to make EVs that electrify. 8 billion miles driven by Leaf owners globally since 2010. 2023 Aria has limited availability. All-wheel drive expected availability early 2023, subject to change.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 for a sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
There are so many reasons to get hooked on Church's 8-piece shrimp meal. It's dippable, crunchable, downright irresistible, and it starts at $5.99. The only catch? It's only here for a limited time. Church's Texas Chicken. Welcome to the great state of flavor.
South Jersey's home for the Sixers and Flyers.
Yeah!
He scores!
A two-hand jam!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Set! Ready! 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, Danny Ryan pushing the buttons, and the Andrew Leeds is in the house in the locker room. Carlin, nice sunny Sunday, a little chilly out, but we're heading towards spring and
it's tournament time.
Tournament time. We're giving away 4-pack of tickets to the MAAC basketball tournament championship at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. 609-403-0973 is the text board number if you want to participate in the show with a comment about either one of our teams, the Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, or Eagles, to qualify for a 4-pack of tickets to the MAAC. And last year, Carlin, that was a great tournament.
It was a great tournament, and the big star wasn't even in. Didn't make the second round.
Right, Patino team.
Yeah, Iona. And they're the number 1 seed this year.
Right.
This tournament with St. Peter's, you want to pick up from last year and carry on.
Yeah.
They need Rick to have his team ready and be in the finals and win the finals.
And it was so, from my perspective, it was so cool that we were able to watch a couple of the games and see St. Peter's up close.
Interview the players.
And talk with the players, interact with the players. And then a couple weeks later, seeing them on that run, you almost had a personal connection with the team.
Absolutely.
And don't we always love a David versus Goliath story?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better in sports. We had Mike Eruzione on a couple weeks ago. Was it last week? Last weekend we had Mike on. It's been 43 years since the United States beat the Russians in the Olympics.
Mhm.
The miracle on ice. It was never like talk about a David versus Goliath scenario, but that's what makes sports so much fun.
Well, you look at St. Peter's last year. I was talking to one of the reporter next to me, and he goes, "Mike, you ever been to a game up in Jersey City?" I said, "No." He goes, "On a normal, like when they're playing one of their big so-called games in their league,
Right.
He goes, if they get 1,200 people, it's a lot." He goes, and think of the very first round, they go down to Kentucky that sells out every game,
right?
18,000. People waiting to get in from
And
outside.
they handled those young men, those college athletes handled that
It's
that
just-
pressure
it's just-
phenomenally.
It went to show you when you can ride momentum, and they're all together. I mean, they were playing as a team at the right time. It doesn't matter if you're 6'4" or you're 6'6", kind of thing.
What's in your heart?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 609-403-0973 is the text board. If you want to be eligible to win one of these 4-pack of tickets, I have 2 4-packs for Tuesday's action and then one left for Wednesday. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Participate in the show. You can talk about any one of our teams, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, or Eagles. And I do want to talk a little Eagles right now with you because last year, Carlin, you and I went to the Maxwell Club, and we're going to try to go again this year. We saw Jordan Davis, how big he was and how impressed we were with him.
Bryce Young
Young
could be the number 1 pick in the draft this year.
See, here's the thing. I stand by Bryce Young. Now, you were talking
I
about
do
heart.
too.
It doesn't matter if you're, but he's a little guy. He's tiny, but he does play at Alabama, and he's won the Heisman Trophy.
All I keep hearing about is what size is that?
Do you think he's really
It's not
gonna-
like he's coming out of North Dakota State.
No, I know.
He played it out. He played against Georgia, Florida. Some of those linemen on those teams are just as big as the NFL guys.
I know.
I mean,
But
I
weren't
just
you
don't
on- I
get it.
mean, when you stood next to him, you're like, wait, this
He
kid
looked
looks
like he was in 11th grade.
Yeah, I was going to say,
He was a-
I was going to say,
he
he
was
looked
a
like
high
he's
school kid.
like freshman.
Yeah, but he got up to 205.
He's 5'10", 204 pounds.
Yeah. They were hoping he was going to come in they said he's got to come in at least 195. And then certain people were like, 200 would be perfect. It was, that came in at 205.
All right, Carlin, you know that there's 20 free agents, and we're not going to be able to sign everybody. I want to ask you a question. Put your GM hat on.
Yep.
Who's your top 3 priorities? And here's a list give him the list. Who's your priority there?
I got him in my head already.
All right.
I love Bradbury.
All right, so Bradbury's on your list. Get him worked out. Obviously, Jalen Hurts, and he's gonna. So you got to sign him first, and then everything else fall into place.
I think I sent you a text yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to see how close I'm going to be to this.
What did you say? 45, right?
No, I'd say 46 to 54, 8-year deal. Starting out at 46 million, going up to 54, 8 years.
The intern Angel Lee just said Daniel Jones, their franchise and putting the franchise tag on him. I mean, they're not going to do that to Hurts, but I mean,
no.
You got to get him signed. So then who else? All right, who else is after that?
I like Sanders. I think all this talk about we're going to lose Sanders.
He's gone.
You
want to? He's a priority.
He's not a priority. Well, yeah.
What
he's my
about
priority.
Javon Hargrave?
Hargrave's a priority.
Okay.
How
about Brandon Graham?
He's going to come back under my price tag,
Okay.
not his price tag, and I don't think he's leaving. He's not going to go somewhere for a year.
How about Sayamalo? Give me that offensive line is the best offensive line in the league.
Yeah, they got
One of
people.
them.
They got people on the sidelines waiting to come in.
Yeah?
On that.
All right. CJ Gardner-Johnson.
He's a priority. He's definitely a priority.
Mike,
And
I do want to
and
ask
I
you
think
real
they can
quick.
sign that. Go ahead.
Would you rather bring back Miles Sanders, or would you rather stick with Kenny Gainwell and maybe draft somebody, or pick up a guy like Leonard Fournette, who's now was just released by the Bucks on the free agent market?
I just want him for one more year.
One more year?
That's all I want for one more year.
Miles Sanders?
Yep.
You're not going to get him. He's going to sign a multi-year deal, don't you think?
Then we lose him. But you asked me who I want.
Right.
That's who I want.
So I think. Do you think? Slay's
Listen, Miles.
coming.
Go back. Miles Sanders is not a 3-back guy.
3 down
either.
back.
Yeah. So he's not going to be. So what's he going to get realistically? $5-6 million a year? How he will put $5-6 million in his pocket to sign him?
Right.
Okay. I don't think we're going to lose him. Just like EJ. What is it? Edwards?
Cox coming back?
No.
Fletcher?
No.
No shot at him.
No. I don't think so.
What happens, though, if you re-sign Miles Sanders and with the performance Kenny Gainwell was putting up in the playoffs, they kind of run a two-back system and he outperforms him?
So
What do you do then?
Yeah, but I see, you know what, I like your scenario. Sign Gainwell and keep, obviously, Boston Scott's on the contract, right?
Mhm.
And then just draft somebody. Because, I mean, you plug
Running backs,
anybody in there.
they say they're easy to get in the draft,
So
or free agents.
I'm looking at I'm looking at some of the best players in two categories: the defensive backs and the defensive tackles are loaded. But I like this kid from Illinois, Devin Witherspoon, and I like from Oregon, Christian Gonzalez. Both of those DBs they got some size and they can cover. And you know, we're not going to be. Bradbury's not coming back, is he?
I don't think
mean, he's
so.
going to get he's probably going to get a big contract from somebody.
I'm sure he'd like to come back, but those comments he made after the loss in the Super Bowl, he said, I'd love to be here, but I'm not going to be cheap, basically. So I don't know if I'd be willing to pay the price tag for him.
So Sanders is going to probably command like $14 million a year for
2 years, probably $14 million. So to split that in half. But are you willing to pay that, Billy, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, so you got to wait to see what you do with Hurts, and then I think everything will fall in the line after that. Look, he's Howie Roseman. He's a capologist. I think he'll fit it in. Like
There's no doubt. He's going to be signed very soon.
Yeah, and there are reports that there are plenty of people in the Eagles organization who believe in Kenny Gainwell and his ability to carry this running game moving forward and moving on from
I really
Miles Sanders.
think that's what they're going to do, honestly.
Guys, think about this. With these problems with Carter's having now from Georgia.
Right.
Ooh, I
If
know
he
what you're gonna
drops,
say.
He's going to drop.
Okay, listen.
Because we have the 10th pick and the 30th.
And the 30th, correct. Okay. He drops and they take 4 quarterbacks like Mel, the top guys are saying are going. All of a sudden you get to the 6th pick and he's not picked yet, or the 7th pick. Would you, I mean, I know you have to bring him in. You got eye to eye to say what exactly happened.
Well, here's
what
the
are we
thing.
getting into here?
Brad Quast on yesterday's show said, it's a maturity level. It's a maturity thing. Young kid, he's made some bad decisions, but you're going to give him a $25 million contract. Someone with that type of
because you know what they do at that level. You know what they do? They've done it. Other teams have done it. They'll sign him, and they'll get a kid, and they'll say, "We're going to pay you $100,000 a year. You go everywhere he goes. You are his watch." And that's what they do.
That to Michael Irvin?
Teams do that. Yeah, they got their own security staff. They'll hire someone. They'll say, "Wherever he goes, you go." And
his posse.
And when they sign him, they're going to tell him that. So there's no surprises. They're going to say, "Hey, listen, we're giving you what you want, but this is what we need."
Can you imagine Jalen Carter slips? They pick him at, let's say true optimist at 10, but they trade up to 7 or 8,
That's
something
what I mean.
like that.
They'll trade the 10th and the 30th and move up to 7.
Can you imagine if they do that and then they have a chance at Bijan Robinson at 30 in that first round? Oh my goodness.
Well, look at Georgia Bulldogs defense, right?
And Nakobe Dean's looking for a bigger
Right,
role this year.
Nakobe
Dean.
If they end up with Jalen Carter, what do you think the chance of that? I mean, you think the Eagles? Because I think character, but he's a kid. He made a mistake.
That's what I mean. They'll come in and they'll say, if he's got a great agent, if he's got a great family, he's going to come in. Guys, I screwed up,
Right.
and it won't happen
All right.
again.
Dan, did I see you flagging me down there?
No.
Okay.
But you know who you're not thinking about is an edge rusher. What's his name? Anderson from Alabama. Will Anderson.
Well, I mean,
he's
we got,
really good.
But we've got Josh Sweat. We've got Hassan Reddick. Right. We've got well, if they bring Brandon Graham back.
Yeah, but also that guy played linebacker for Alabama too.
Yeah, I know.
Just because they call him an edge rusher, he's the kind of guy that in 2 years you may not have the names you just mentioned, but you'll have him.
A lot to think about, and this is going to be an incredible offseason. Draft's right around the corner. What is it? It's in April, right?
Yeah,
draft in April.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not too far out.
I think Mike's scenario about Carter slipping too could be a possibility because Anthony Richardson, his stock has been rising for weeks now, but he had a great combine so far, at least, and in the test they've run him through, he's showing out. So it could happen.
And they keep talking about the Kentucky quarterback, the Florida quarterback. I mean, guys
April
are moving
29th
up.
is the draft.
Fun time.
20 starts on the 27th. All right. Hey, Carlin, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. It's just a stone throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly and Best of Atlantic City. With the most competitive prices around, Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Of course, we're happy to have Circle Liquor on board with us in the locker room. Folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill located on Route 50 at Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, New Jersey. Just 8 minutes over Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials, open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night, $1 wing, $2.50 domestic drafts. They have live music every Friday night. Book a private party. Give Dave Lavari a call. 609-628-2225. That's 609-628-2225. And, of course, the food is great there. I had lunch with Dave a couple weeks ago, and I had that French dip.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, man, with the horseradish and everything.
Good. I'm a horseradish
Yeah, you
guy.
like to sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Go to have the Lavaris.
Clears the sinuses out real well.
Yeah, I love it. 609-403-0973 is the text board. We got a couple 4-packs of tickets that we're still giving away. 609-403-0973. Participate in the show where you comment on any one of our teams, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, and Eagles, to be eligible to win the 4-pack. Now, I have 2 for Tuesday's event and one 4-pack left for Wednesday. 609-403-0973 is the text board message. We'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up Monday on the Sports Bash, Sixers and the Knicks, and we're getting ready for the Sixers and the Pacers, plus the Combine is in the books. What are we hearing now about pick number 10 and the Eagles? And we have tickets to go see the MAAC basketball championships at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 3/21/23. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, but Carlin, basketball guru. Great year, Carlin.
Tournament's right around the corner. We want to hear the number 1 seeds, I believe.
Yeah.
Ready? Alabama, Kansas, UCLA, Houston.
What about, you like Purdue?
Yeah, they'll be
that big 7'4" guy. What's his name? Eddie?
Oh, have you seen the specials on
That's
him?
unbelievable.
Do you know what he grew up playing?
No.
Until he was 14, until he was too big?
What?
Hockey. Loves hockey.
Ice hockey?
They showed him on the ice.
Imagine him on skates.
They
That's
said he
another
got too big. And then they showed him playing
Really?
playing volleyball
Where'd you see this?
on ESPN. They had a whole special on, but
Wow.
literally the first 12 years of his life, he didn't play anything else but hockey.
All right. By the way, we're going to give out the winner yesterday. John from EHT won a 4-pack of tickets. We're giving away. We have three more sets, 2 for Tuesday's action, 1 4-pair for Wednesday. 609-403-0973. Chime in with contribute to the show about the Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, or Phillies. Anything you want to contribute to make yourself eligible.
Going to be a fun time in AC.
What do you got there, Andrew? You got to say I can't. It's
So last night.
your parlay.
Yeah.
So how about this, Carlin? He go and Danny texted me about his parlay. I wasn't even aware of it because you didn't send me the 7 packs.
No, I didn't send you. So me and Danny were texting about it during the game, like for the whole fourth quarter. And I had a 7-leg parlay. I've never hit on a parlay before. And I had a 7-leg parlay at a $5 free bonus bet on the Sixers game. It was an all same game parlay. I needed the Sixers to cover the 5.5. I needed first the Sixers to cover the 5.5 spread. Second, I needed Embiid to score 30 points or more. Third, I needed Giannis to score more than 30 points. Fourth, I needed Brook Lopez to make at least 2 3-pointers. I needed James Harden to make at least 2 3-pointers. I needed Tyrese Maxey to have more than 18 points. And then I need Brook Lopez to have more than 10 points. And it came down to the last 3 seconds.
So that's when Danny texted me, and he said, "Yo, he needs a couple more baskets here at the end of the game."
2 more Joel Embiid points.
I went into that last minute needing 5 points from Embiid. He hit that icing game-winning 3.
Yeah.
And then followed up getting fouled on the inbound with 3 seconds, which the Bucks did not need to do. They were down in the game.
Right.
No point in doing it. Doesn't matter for me. I'll take it either way. Joel Embiid finishes with 31 when I needed more than 30.
That's that unbelievable. Now, Carlin, I'll never forget this. I had a block pool. Do you remember the Super Bowl with Seattle against I forget who it was against. They were going down. Patriots. They were so I have a $500 block if the score remains the same. All of a sudden, here comes Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking it right down the field. They get down to the 2-yard line, and then Russell Wilson throws an interception on the goal line. And I win my $500.
Well, going back to Andrew's thing, at that 7 parlay,
Malcolm Butler had that interception.
I would have went with all of them except the very first one. Like I didn't think Sixers were going to win that game. No. But all those other parlays, they were right into where it should be.
I literally texted Andrew at 11:08 I said, "Dude, I feel so sick for you right now." I said, "Last chance is hoping they foul after these free throws from the Bucks," and they did it. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was in such a bad state when it was happening at first before the free throws. I think I resigned defeat. I'm trying to find what I even said.
So,
but man. Also, for the record, I just need the Sixers to not lose by more than 5. I
got you. Oh,
yeah. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Text in contribute to the show. We got a couple 4-packs of tickets left to be eligible to win. Contribute to the show on either the Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, or Eagles. 609-403-0973 is the text board.
We have one text from Jeff in Ocean City, adding on to his text from earlier about the Flyers and basically asking, how much did that parlay pay? $110.
So it was a $5 bet.
Free bet, too.
It was a free bet.
That was a free bet.
Yeah.
It was a free, no sweat $5 bet thanks to DraftKings. Made me $110 more rich this morning.
Hey, you know what we haven't talked about? You know, usually every year we talk about Villanova.
I texted you last night.
Yeah.
Carl. I said I'm watching a Nova game.
Do you know what's coming up in Villanova's favor?
What?
That like the end of the year, they're a whole different team when they go to New York City, Madison Square Garden.
They didn't look good though last night.
They didn't, but I'm telling you, watch the Would it surprise me they make the Final Four in at the Garden? Not at all.
No, didn't
hard to beat in the
Villanova
Garden.
had a lot of injuries this year, but still, they just don't look the same.
Marquette and Connecticut in the Big East, but for the big tournament,
Right.
March is two teams to watch out for.
We have a new contestant now in the contest. Jerry from Seaville says, Sixers looking good on the road, still need more from Tobias Harris.
17-12 on the road this year.
What do you have? 3 points last night?
Tobias? Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. Tucker 2.
But is
Yeah.
17-12 away?
I know he was
is that
hurt.
good?
What's that?
Is that a good record for the Sixers? 17-12.
I feel like it's better than years past because their thing has always
on the
been
way.
we succeed at home. We are a beast at home because the home environment.
Listen, do you
I
know
feel like it's
their
okay.
next 5 games though? Brutal. You ready? I'll say quick. They play Cleveland, Golden State, Phoenix, Denver, Dallas, Bucks. You could be 1-6.
609-403-0973 if you want to have a chance to win these tickets for the MAAC tournament at the Boardwalk Hall. We got 2 4-packs for Tuesday. 0973. So listen, I had to get Charlie O'Connor on from the Athletic because I'm still upset about this Flyers thing. And we get back, we're going to talk to Charlie O'Connor. I want to pick his brain. I'm still not over it. Carlin, I'm still not over the Rangers fans invading
Taking over.
Wells Fargo.
But it's okay when we Philly fans go in other sports, like the Eagles, we take over and say that's
but I don't care about other. This is
That's
the
fine.
orange and black. This is like a holy grail of hockey for to be disrespected and humiliated. I just can't get over it.
I feel like that occurrence this week with the Rangers fans in Wells Fargo Center, it's overshadowing the 7-0 loss they had to the Devils,
To the
too.
Devils.
It's crazy.
609-403-0973. Hey, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of wine, beer, spirits in southern New Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a new proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. And get down there. All right. Hey, a new wind is blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment in something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale today for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800 to schedule a test drive today. And when you give them a call, ask for Michael Pileggi. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Charlie Connor from The Athletic. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio.
Bounces it off the glass, flushed by Davis.
Both the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors are fighting for a spot in the postseason, and they go head-to-head in L.A. this weekend.
Outside Thompson for 3. It's good. Are you kidding?
The Golden State Warriors at the Los Angeles Lakers. Coverage begins today at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN. Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Did you know Nissan EVs have traveled 8 billion miles? Just a quick trip to Pluto and back. And what did we learn along the way? Well, that an EV can take on the world, like the Nissan Leaf. It can move racing forward and take your breath away, like the all-new Nissan Ariya. We learned to make EVs that electrify. 8 billion miles driven by Leaf owners globally since 2010. 2023 Ariya has limited availability. All-wheel drive expected availability early 2023, subject to change.
On 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. But it's why Mike Carlin, with the Phillies and the Eagles going to the respective championship games, overshadowed even the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
But the Flyers are just in such disarray right now. We haven't even I haven't even, and I'm a big hockey guy. I haven't even talked about the Flyers that much in this program. And there's no reason
since the start of the season.
They're 5-6-3, I think, in their last 14 games. Chuck Fletcher's in jeopardy of having back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since 1992.
That's a big stat right there.
This is a once proud organization.
Yeah.
Is now like their season tickets are off by 1,700, and I am just completely flabbergasted at the amount of Rangers fans that were in the stands.
In certain sports, there's certain teams that you fear, and in the past, the Flyers were one.
Right,
of them.
people used to dread coming in there.
They don't think about it. It's not like, oh boy, we got the Flyers coming in next week.
So I got in touch with the only person that he's doing a great job. When you're at the post game press conference with Tortorella, I know Charlie's voice, so I know when he's asking a question. So I wanted to get it from the horse's mouth because Charlie's there. He's with the Athletic. He covers the Flyers for the Athletic. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room, Charlie O'Connor. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Charlie, I'm pissed off. I got to be honest with you, Charlie. I am pissed off. I'm a big Flyers fan. This once proud organization. Ed Snyder's got to be rolling over in his grave. I mean, people like Charlie, I went off yesterday, and that's why I decided to call you. I could not believe what I saw when the Rangers came to town, all the fans. I know you were there. What was it like?
Yeah, it felt like a road game. You have, I wrote in my article after the game, 19 seconds in, you had a Let's Go Rangers chant. You had Igor chants for Igor Shesterkin, their goalie. You had a classic Pot Vince Sucks chant going in the second period. It was a Rangers game. It basically was a Rangers game. And you could tell from the minute, I take the subway to games, and I could tell from the minute I walked out into the sports complex. Everybody walking in was wearing blue. And it was, the Rangers are an exciting team right now. Obviously they just traded for Patrick Kane. They traded for Vladimir Tarasenko. Their fans are pumped about their team. And it makes sense that they would try to come down. It's not that far of a trip. The tickets are a lot cheaper than it is at MSG. And on the other side, Flyers fans rightfully are really ticked off about the direction of the team. And justifiably, they don't want to spend their money on this team. This team doesn't deserve their money.
Why go to a game? The Flyers haven't won a home game since February 9th, Charlie.
Yeah. The product hasn't been good, and obviously, now they're at least on some level acknowledging that a rebuild is necessary. Now, whether they're going to be able to do what is needed to properly rebuild, that's another question. But yeah, this isn't getting fixed anytime soon. They just don't have. You look at. I was thinking about this last night regarding New Jersey Devils, another team that that believes they can contend for the Eastern Conference this year and moving forward. And you look at their forward core. They have guys like obviously Jack Hughes, but they have guys like Nico Hischier, Jesper Brad. They just traded for Timo Meier. All four of those guys, and I'm a Travis Konechny fan, but all four of those guys are better than Travis Konechny.
Yeah.
And Travis Konechny, you're saying that the Devils, who aren't even the favorite to win the Eastern Conference, the favorite rightfully is the Boston Bruins, who are having an incredible year. But you're saying like the second tier contender in the East has four forwards better than the Flyers' best forward. Travis Konechny would be the fifth best forward on the New Jersey Devils. And that just shows you how far away they are from competing for anything serious.
We're talking with Charlie Connor of The Athletic. He covers the Flyers for The Athletic. Charlie, all right, you're down there. You get the, you're at practices, you're at the pregame, postgame press conference. When did this fall off the rails, and is it time for Chuck Fletcher to go?
Well, when it fell off the rails, it's a good question. It just doesn't seem like that anything ever got put back on the rails after the bubble playoff run. They got to the second round. They took the Islanders to 7 games. Maybe they disappointed a little bit because you thought, at the very least they can get to the Final Four. They were the top seed going, before the pandemic. They were the hottest team in the Eastern Conference. But really, ever since the next season, it's just been a steady decline. And all the moves that have been made, really by Chuck Fletcher, haven't worked out, and they've just honestly, in a lot of ways, made things worse. So, if you're asking, should he go? Based on his track record over the last 3 years, it's hard to justify, his continued spot as the GM. Now, the question is whether the ownership believes that he can fix it. And for fans, they obviously think that that's ridiculous, that, how can you expect that the guy who made all the mistakes to put the team in this predicament, how can you expect that guy can also be the one who fixes it? But in the end, the fans aren't the ones making the decision. The owners are the ones that make the decision. And to this point, they still have faith in Chuck Fletcher. Now, whether at the end of the year they may rethink that, I don't know. We'll see. But, they kept him as GM this long. So until they decide that he's not the guy to fix this, I guess he's going to keep getting shots to try to fix this.
We're talking with Charlie O'Connor from The Athletic. He covers the Flyers. You follow him on Twitter at CharlieO_Con. Charlie, what do you make of Tortorella? I mean, I hear you asking some tough questions, and I really appreciate that. I know your voice. So, but overall, what do you think of Tortorella and how with the job that he's done with he didn't realize all the minutia that he would have to deal with coming to this organization. I kind of thought that was like a weird statement.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit more about the some of the off-ice stuff. Some restructurings they needed to do. I think it was a lot of a reference to the fact that there were some issues in terms of how injuries were dealt with last season in particular. There were a lot of guys who came back too soon from injuries. And I think, there was a mentality within that whole section of the staff to just kind of let the players do what they wanted in terms of when they wanted to come back. And, hockey players, they always think they can come back. And then it turns out, no, you should have, stayed out for a couple extra weeks to give your body a chance to heal. So I think that was more what he was referring to there. But in terms of, my view of Tortorella, I think Tortorella is getting about as much out of this roster as a coach could get out of this roster. The problem is that this roster isn't very good. So there's only so much that he can do to improve this team because their ceiling is just so low. Now, the one concern I've had about Tortorella from the start is that, he is a guy who's going to try to implement culture. He's obviously more of an old school guy in terms of his approach to players, in terms of his approach to accountability and whatnot. And for this to work, for their whole plan, I'm talking the organization's plan to work, is Tortorella's message can't grow stale and he can't start losing the room. And there have been some moments over the last few weeks or so where, you wonder if the players are starting to tune him out a little bit. There have been more blowouts over the last few weeks. There was a thing with Travis Sanheim where he sat Travis Sanheim in a game in Calgary when Sanheim's family and friends were all at the game. So he scratched him. So, and it's just one of those things where, do I think he was justified in scratching him? I mean, yeah, Sanheim had a real bad game the night before, but that's the kind of stuff that, it could turn a locker room from, okay, this guy's kind of a jerk, but he makes good points and he's a good coach. Basically, like, screw this guy. He's just a jerk and I'm not going to listen to him anymore. And I don't always be worried about because, you remember, Elaine Vigneault, by the end, the players had tuned him out. And, if that were to happen again, then suddenly this team goes from, they've been bad this year. But
Charlie,
they haven't been getting embarrassed.
But Charlie, Sanheim's no Stamkos. He got benched the other night by Cooper in Tampa Bay. You're talking to a guy who won 3 cups.
True.
Right? I mean, what's he like? Even like, what's the relationship between Kevin Hayes and Tortorella?
Well, that's a really good question. They've butted heads, definitely. Both of them have said that, we've been professional about it. It's not like we hate each other, but yeah, they clearly disagree about, the way Kevin Hayes plays. Kevin Hayes, understandably, thinks he's an NHL center. John Tortorella does not think Kevin Hayes can play center at the NHL level in a way that John Tortorella finds acceptable. So yeah, they have disagreements. And, with Hayes, it's just one guy, but And again, like, I'm not necessarily saying that Tortorella is wrong. It's just that, there's only so many buttons you can push with a team before they start to tune you out. And I don't think it's there. It may never get there. It's just something that, you have to be cognizant of because they have made progress this year in terms of the big thing Tortorella loves to say is being hard to play against. They're not winning a ton of games.
Yeah, but he even said it in the interview.
They are playing harder.
But Charlie even said in the interview, like, that they're not respected around the league. Was he talking about the organization or the actual product on the ice?
I think he was talking about a little bit of both. I do think he believes that the team is more respected in terms of their effort level. This year and the way they play. They hit more, they fight more, they do all that kind of stuff. They're not rolling over and dying as much as they had in past years. These last few weeks have been the first time where you've seen games where they just get blown out. Generally speaking, when they've lost this year, they lose close. But you do have to just keep an eye on it because if those sorts of 7-0 losses start happening more and guys start coasting on the back check and things like that, then you start to worry that Tortorella's message is growing stale. And if it grows stale quickly, then you wonder what the whole point of the season was in the first place.
Yeah, Charlie, listen, I'm a proponent of fighting, but I don't know if I'd sign a goon to a 4-year contract guaranteed with no trade clause. I mean, how do you do that? Who in their right mind signs a goon? And I love, listen, the Flyers lead the league in fights, which I love, but you got to win at the same time. You can't, like, just because what are you going to, you think he's bringing the Broad Street Bullies back? That game's changed.
Yeah, I think, Tortorella sees this as a way for him to sort of show that you can combine the old school ways, the emphasis on hitting, the emphasis on shot blocking, obviously fights. You have guys like that. You can combine that with the new school and you can win that way. I think that's one of the reasons why he took the job in Philly, because he sees this market as one where he can sort of build his ideal team from a cultural standpoint. Now, look, I'm with you. I wouldn't have signed Nick Delorier to a 4-year contract. That to me is wild. What I can tell you, though, is that that's the only way they were going to get him. There were other teams that wanted him, and
I like him too. I mean, I like Delorier. I like
that 4th year. That was the only way they were going to get him.
I love the way he plays. I like that style of hockey, but you got to win at the same time. And look, you're talking about an organization that's only had 2 wins in the month of February, and what I can't get out of my mind is that scene that I shut my eyes and I see all the Rangers fans in the Wells Fargo Center, Charlie.
Yeah, and that's something where you do wonder if those are the types of things that might actually get Comcast attention, Comcast Spectacor, or the owners of the team, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to see that many opposing fans, particularly from a rival team, invade your arena and basically take it over. That's the thing that Flyers fans used to do. Flyers fans used to joke all the time that they would all go up to Devils games, and the Devils Arena, Prudential Center, would basically just be Wells Fargo Center North. And now it's happening to the Flyers.
All right, Charlie, one last question for you. How long is it going to take to turn this team around? You're talking about a team that's in disarray, depleted of talent. How long do you think it'll be before they're relevant?
We're talking years. And I guess it depends on what your definition of relevant is. Like, the NHL is a weird league. You see teams all the time have surprising years where they exceed expectations and they make the playoffs out of nowhere. But if you're talking about relevant in the sense of competing for championships, not just having a 1-season fluke year where everything breaks right for you, where you're an actual cup contender on a yearly basis, this is going to take years. I mean, we're talking 3, 4, 5 years at least in my mind, because they just don't have the talent right now, and you don't get that overnight. You have to draft it, you have to develop it, you have to clean out your cap situation to be able to sign guys that bring that talent level. And that's not a snap your fingers and it happens kind of thing. That's something that happens over the course of many, many years. So this isn't going to turn around anytime soon in my mind, sadly.
Thanks a lot, Charlie. Listen, you guys really ready for this, Carlin? Ready for this, Charlie? I was in 6th grade the last time the Flyers won the Stanley Cup. I went to the parade in 1974, 73, 74, or 74, 75.
Long time.
Charlie, it's been too long, man.
Long time.
But not long enough to have you back on the program. We love talking to you, Charlie. I really appreciate it. And only thing I can say is, let's hope the Flyers turn it around.
Yeah, we'll see. You never know. Sometimes things break your way. Maybe they'll win the lottery and get that that hotshot Connor Bedard. You never know.
All right, Charlie. As always, we really appreciate it, buddy. And we love your work in The Athletic, and we follow you all the time. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Billy.
There he is, Charlie O'Connor from The Athletic, who covers the Flyers. You can follow him on Twitter at @CharlieO_Con. It's an embarrassment, Carlin.
It is an embarrassment. And
I know you're not a hockey guy.
I know, but
you're a Philly sports fan.
Yeah, I'm a Philly fan. So, I grew up going to games and knowing about the bullies and all that stuff. But what he said that caught my eye was about the corporation.
Yes.
He didn't call it as an owner, the corporation. Yeah. That's a whole different thing. Guess what? Corporation, and this year they're making money. They've already announced they've made a lot of money on fun. Price increase next year? You better not. There better not be a price increase next year. If I was a season ticket holder and you sent me something in the mail and said the price increase, I'd have a hard time with you.
All right. On the other side, we'll give out we'll announce the winners of the 4-pack of tickets. I got 3 4-pack tickets, 2 for Tuesday session, 1 for Wednesday. When we get back, we'll announce that. 609-403-0973 is the text board if you want to get into this program before we end it here in a couple of minutes. For over 83 years, Circle Liquor has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. It's just a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Tell them the locker room sent you. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. We'll announce the winners for the tickets. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Mike Carlin, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Back to Joel Embiid on the right side against Adebayo. Shoots it from 12 minutes in. Tough shot with Adebayo right there.
It's Sixers Pacers tomorrow. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Meanwhile, at the New Jersey Lottery Scratch-Offs Division.
Wow, that is one powerful storm.
Team, that's no storm. That's our new Power X Scratch-Offs, powering up to multiply winnings for even bigger prizes.
Like 5 times more cash. 20 times more cash.
50 times more cash, with a top prize of up to $3 million.
Awesome.
Feel the power of the Power X family. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Boats for cats. Oh, flotation devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and with nationwide 5G. Plus, get a Samsung A13 5G for only $99.99, down from $149. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, your search ends here. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
At Ocean First Bank, our first thought is you. We put you first in all we do. Community banking for a century. We treat you like your family. Whatever you need, whatever you dream, let's make it a reality. Ocean First Bank, putting you first.
Start the year off with a CD rate that, well, rates. For a limited time, we're offering a 13-month term for 4.5% APY with as little as $10,000. Don't delay. Visit oceanfirst.com for complete details.
Whatever you need, whatever you dream, let's make it a reality. Ocean First Bank, putting you first.
Certain rules and restrictions apply. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group Studio right here in Carlin.
Always flies. Having fun, we're flying.
All right, I want to announce the 3 winners and the one from yesterday. John from EHT, I think he's going to meet me here at the studio after the show. Of course, Mark won today, Jeff from Ocean City, and Jerry from Seaville. I'll call you guys after the show and we'll try to get you these tickets ASAP because they're for Tuesday and Wednesday. Mark, he didn't leave where he's from, but Mark, Jeff from Ocean City, Jerry from Seaville. Jeff, I might be able to drop the tickets off to him because I'm heading to Ocean City after the show today to see my 102-year-old mom. How about the nun from Loyola?
I think
Sister
she
Jean,
beats her by what, a year?
103.
Yeah, she's 100. Well,
I said she was from St. Mary's, but she's not. From Loyola.
Loyola, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. I think that's a great story.
Yeah.
That's a heartwarming thing, Carlin.
Still on her own, too.
Right.
I mean, when I mean on her own, she's not usually at that age. Unfortunately, you're laying in bed.
Sister Jean, she was actually asked who she has for this year's March Madness, and she's got Kentucky winning it all.
How about that, Carlin? Are we in a pool? Am I in a bracket? You gonna get us in a bracket?
Yeah, I'll get you in a
I
bracket.
have to ask Mike Gill. Maybe Mike will have us. Mike always has
He
us.
usually does, but if not, I'll put one together. But we got to see who's going to be in it.
Yeah, let's get
We
some
gotta-
people. I'll call Mike and find out what the deal is. He usually includes us in that stuff.
Yeah, but this week's a busy week.
All right, so
Tournament time, and
tournament
then
time.
win your tournament and go to the big dance.
Carlin, I'm looking forward to Boardwalk Hall, the MAAC tournament in Atlantic City. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Be there every day.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
This is the best
Hey,
time
you know
of
what's
year.
fun? It's right here.
Yeah.
And to have that story of last year of St. Pete's.
Yeah.
St. Pete, like that was so cool.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Coach Rick Patino.
Coach Patino.
Yeah.
Because they were out so quick last year.
Yeah, I want to be able to get in the small little press room and ask some questions. Because this year, I bet you, I'll go right to tell you this.
Yeah.
This is his last year there.
You think so?
He's moving on. Yeah, he wins this tournament. He's definitely, and it's going to be a big pro. It's going to be like a St. John's going back to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a big time program.
Well, the MAAC tournament is a great tournament at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Check it out. We have 3 winners today: Mark, Jeff from Ocean City, and Jerry from Seaville. Well, I'll call you after the show. All right, final thoughts, Carlin. What do you?
Final thoughts are a great night last night watching the Sixers.
And you say you maintain it's a statement win.
It's a statement win in my mind to moving forward. It's not a statement win that all of a sudden I'm saying we're in the finals. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if that team can play like they did last night, especially, and I'm keying in on one guy, Harden. If Harden can play like that, and if Maxey can move back into the starting lineup, and he's your third. Remember, I keep saying you can't win with one guy. You can't win with 2. You got to have 3 all-stars.
3 guys now.
Okay, so if those 3
Are
can
you
play the
happy
way they're
with
playing,
Anthony? Are you
we'll
happy
be
with
good.
Anthony Melton?
He's just no. He's
Are you happy with? Are you happy? Well, obviously, we're all disappointed in PJ Tucker's performance this year.
Hopefully he'll change. Maybe some
You think
guys.
he's just
Some
saving
guys are just playoff guys,
right?
Maybe he's
Yeah,
just going to
that's
come
true.
alive in the playoffs.
He's also a
The
player I
Anthony
feel
Melton.
like too that you buy him for his grittiness and you buy him for his defense. His scoring is
Yeah,
going to be a
that's
corner
a
3
plus.
every now and again.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we'll
that's a
see if he
plus.
steps up in the playoffs, like you said.
What's to say the Sixers can't go on a run, Carlin?
They can, but these next 6
Can
games
you
are
imagine
really
the
big.
Phillies went on their run? The Eagles
Went on their
to the
run.
They went on their run. Could you imagine? Because right now, like I think collective wisdom is the fact that the Sixers. Everybody thinks that they're just going to make it to the second round, and that's going to be it.
They're going to play either Boston or Milwaukee, and
that
could be trouble.
I want to give you an update on their schedule real quick, too. After playing 4 games in 7 days, they have a bit of an easier next slate of games. Pacers tomorrow, as Mike mentioned, then the Timberwolves on Tuesday, March 7th, then the Trailblazers on Friday, March 10th, then the Wizards on Sunday, March 12th. They won't play a contending team until Wednesday, March 15th, when they play the Cavaliers. So it's all good.
All right, great show today, Carlin. I want to thank Danny, Ryan, doing a good job pushing all the buttons. Intern Andrew Lees, as always. I want to thank Charlie O'Connor from The Athletic for chiming in. Mike Carlin, as always, we appreciate having you in here. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Enjoy all the basketball. Get the Flyers at 6 o'clock, I believe, against Detroit tonight. If you want to watch that, Phillies at 105.
105.
All right. Have a great week, everybody.
See you, everybody.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Are you already doing digital advertising sales? Do you know all about targeted displays, social media marketing, the latest in SEM, and behavioral targeting? If so, you could be Town Square Media's new advertising sales star.